What if I told you in 20 minutes or so, you leave this session with three practical ways to improve your content writing and digital marketing skill sets? Hello, everyone. My name is Mañacap-Johnson. I'm a media and digital marketing leader with more than 15 years of combined experience in the technology, spa and wellness, fashion, and franchise retail industries. Thank you for joining me in today's World IA Day Cebu 2022 virtual event. I am thrilled to be here with you today to share actionable insights on how to create engaging content in the digital marketing world. So let's get right on to it. But first, let's define what digital and content marketing is. Content marketing is a very unique and specific type of writing with a very specific goal to build brand awareness and drive revenue for a business by converting leads into customers. In this role, you wear many hats. You are part creative writer, part PR manager, part sales manager, and part data analyst. But why are we even talking about content and digital marketing? In the past 2 years, we have seen the world go through a digital transformation at a pace we've never seen before. More than anything, we have been more connected with a growing list of technology and solutions. However, the one thing that has remained constant is our desire to connect through stories. Seth Godin, a recognized leader in the marketing space, said it best. Marketing is no longer about the stuff you make, but the stories you tell. For any brand to stand out in today's digital world, you need to be able to grab your audience's attention and connect with them in a meaningful way through storytelling. The growth of digital transformation, driven by the pandemic, has truly made us realize the critical role content plays in the way we live and experience the world. But let me be clear, to play in the digital marketing space, you cannot survive by content alone. As a digital marketing expert, you need to understand both content and design to create the perfect marriage of user experience. Given what we know about the importance of content in the digital world, the question then is, what makes content a business or brand differentiator? If you develop content that speaks to your audience, you build connection, trust, and loyalty, all critical to the survival of any brand or business. It has been said that in the world of internet customer service, a competitor is only a mouse click away. Unfortunately for business owners, this is the sad truth. To further define content marketing, it's important to keep in mind that content can come in many forms and goes beyond the written text. In the world of digital marketing, content may include webinars, infographics, white papers, audio like podcasts, and videos like TikTok Reels. Each of these content serves a specific purpose in a customer's journey, enabling them to convert those customers at any point and at any time. To keep our audience engaged, we need to look beyond the written word and explore all types of content to make a deeper and meaningful connection with our audience. So, how do you make the first step to connect with your customers or target audience? Let's start by understanding the customer journey and how each of these types of content fit into the stages. Today's customer journey is actually very convoluted and complex. However, in the interest of sharing with you the most fundamental journey a customer can take, let's take a look at the three basic stages of customer journey. It often starts with the awareness stage. This is when a customer has never heard about your brand, product, or service, but first discovers you perhaps via a blog or a friend's social media post. If you, as a content marketer, develop engaging content they can consume, they will likely want to follow your social media account, fill out a landing page or a form to ask about a product or service they are interested in, or sign up to your email list. When they do this, they now move to the consideration stage, the next step in the customer journey. Here, you have the opportunity to build trust by nurturing them further through relevant content. It is critical to keep sharing brand content with customers who have moved to the consideration stage to push them down the funnel and keep your brand top of mind when they are ready to pull the trigger and purchase a product. And now that's moving them to the next step, which is the decision stage. This is when a customer has a need and intent for your product and service. Often, the most critical platforms in this stage are your website, your form fields, and having a pay per click ad presence like Google Ad. And so, now that we know what the customer journey looks like, let's talk about your audience. Keep in mind, to be an effective content writer, you need to know your audience and write with intent. Intent. That's the operative word. But what exactly does that mean? It means being customer centric. It means putting your customer as the hero of the brand stories. Let's take a moment to dive deeper into this concept of having a hero in storytelling. To help you visualize what it means to write with your customer as your hero, imagine them living in an ordinary life but suddenly facing a problem they need to solve. To put this concept in everyday practical terms, let's say you work for an e commerce software company and you want to target corporate escapees, those who are ready to become a first time entrepreneur and start their own business. So, here's your hero, a corporate professional living the rather ordinary life of a 9 to 5 job, but with a problem of having burned out of his corporate work. When he is ready to accept the adventure, he will start to research for solutions online using terms like how to start a business. As a marketing manager, you need to ensure you have content that addresses this problem, whether that's a tutorial or a blog on how to start a business. Then you need to position your brand as the mentor, ally, or friend that can help them achieve their goal and complete their mission of starting an online business. A key part of mapping the customer journey is asking the most fundamental question: who are your audience or target market? Drilling down to their basic needs, wants, and desires is an important first step in crafting the right content and messaging. What are their must haves versus nice to have? How immediate are these needs? These are just a few questions to ask before embarking on the necessary task of putting together a content marketing plan and calendar. Now, you may ask, well, that's great information, May, but how do we know what our customers' needs and wants? Where do we start in knowing our audience? A good first step for any content creator is to build a buyer persona. So you can personalize your messaging when you are writing copy, blog, or web content. Pull your customer data together and see if you can find commonalities. Then put them together into groups to develop a buyer persona. For example, if you work for a recruitment agency, your target market persona may be Jane, a fresh out of college graduate ready to enter the workforce. Or you may be a company that offers online networking and courses for professionals. So your buyer persona may include Misty, a tech analyst wanting to network with her peers. Or you may be a company that sells music recording equipment. Then your buyer persona is Ray, who is young, creative, and wants to break into the music industry. Whatever persona it is important to personalize that messaging to connect on a deeper level with your audience. Now that we know our audience and what journey they take to discover our brand, product, or service, it's time to think of how we write our content. One of the most important parts of any content is the headline and the hook. How do we grab their attention in a world where they are conditioned to swipe up in a matter of seconds on their phones for content that doesn't speak to them? Here are a few basic writing tactics that you can use. First, focus on their pain point. Asking a question like, are you struggling to, followed by whatever pain point they may have, connects with them right away as you prepare them to the idea that you will soon present a solution to their problem. Another tactic is to use odd numbers. There's a whole psychology that supports that odd numbers are more effective to use as we tend to retain them when we hear or see them. So, for example, 5 proven tactics, or 7 reasons why you should do this. Next, use questions to arouse curiosity. Remember at the start of this session, I asked you a what if I told you question that helps pique your interest and helps me hook you into the session. And then there's the FOMO, or the fear of missing out. When you write in your headline, if you are not doing this, you are dot dot dot, you are setting the stage that they may be missing on something really cool, a new product or some cool trend that they so that they'll likely stick around to find out what they are missing. Next, story time. Who doesn't love a good story time, right? There's a reason why they are so popular on TikTok. And finally, opening with a piece of fact. Your audience loves to learn new things. So asking a do you know question gives them an opportunity to discover new learning or a proven fact. Now that you are equipped with marketing hooks to use, let's move on to a few more important writing tactics. For example, conducting keyword research ensures that you are targeting phrases that your customers use when they are searching online. And this is critical for search engine optimization. Adding a strong call to action like call now to avail of limited time offer is necessary toward driving conversion. When you are writing your headline or your content in general, keep it short and direct. Remember to write with a brand voice in mind. If you are a fun, creative brand, use fun words. Let your brand personality shine with your choice of words. Remember to speak to your audience in layman's terms, not with technical jargons. It can sometimes be tempting to do this, especially if you are in the technology space. But keep in mind that jargons are all gibberish to the ordinary customer. Instead, focus on their problem, not on your technical features. Finally, write with user experience in mind. For example, long headlines are not great when viewed on mobile. So, write with mobile and the scrolling experience in mind. Finally, content marketing doesn't end with you writing a blog or a post. You need to have a plan on how to promote and amplify your content across different platforms and then analyze the data. A good guiding principle to this is to meet your audience where they are. Which social media platform do they usually hang out? How do they like to consume content? Are they more visual and that they like to watch more videos? Or are they always on the go that they may find podcasts more convenient? Finally, how can you get them to share your content? User generated content is a great way to gain social proof. Remember, people trust people over brands. So the more you get others to share your content on social media, the more you amplify brand trust. And here we are. It's almost time to wrap up this talk. Remember my promise in the beginning of my talk when I said you'll leave with three key takeaways that will help you become a more effective content writer. So here we are. First, be hero centric and make your customer always the protagonist of your brand stories. Second takeaway, understand the customer journey. When you know the paths they take and their wants and needs, you'll be able to personalize your content and become more effective in educating, engaging, and connecting with your audience. Finally, amplify your reach by repurposing your content or promoting it across multiple channels. But don't forget, always analyze the data after you promote so you'll know what gets the most reach or impression and what gets the most engagement. With that being said, let me close this talk with a challenge for you all. As content writers, digital marketers, graphic designers, engineers, and user experience specialists, how do you put the customer at the center of your design and brand story? Thank you so much for sticking around until the end, and I hope you picked up some valuable insights along the way. I'll be around to answer some of your questions, but you may also connect with me on LinkedIn. Again, thank you, everyone, and let's tell more engaging stories every moment we can.